Hello, welcome back to the one. My name is Beast, and today we're back with Sousaku Kanojo no Ren'ai Koushiki. We got a double feature because I feel like I don't want to start a new route today. And because I'm also a bit tired, and I want to see how the new meds I got yesterday are gonna work out. That's why I don't really feel a difference. But who knows, man. New shit. Anyways. And also, this does just feel like we're closing in on the end of Common, so I do kind of want to get that out of the way. Anyways. On Saturday, I found myself at Tsuki no Mihama. I'm done with all my AS work for the day. Finally have the time to contemplate the situation more carefully. Being back here will allow me to soothe my nerves. Let's go to that hill. There's a good place to sit and think because no one really comes by. Finally reached the hill. To no one's surprise, I don't see a single soul, probably because it's winter. Like that's... Spot a familiar face and slowly make my way there. Oh hey, would you look at that? We immediately get a new variation of this CGT potentially use. Because 100%, yep, there we go. The fucking taskbar was trying to get my attention again. There we go.
あれ、トシ君、戻ってきてたの?
Yeah, I wanted to think about some things. But you're climbing trees again.
うん、私も考えたいことがあってさ。考え事をするときはいつもここに登ってるんだ。
I've had this thought since the last time you did this, but that tree is pretty damn tall. Pretty dangerous climbing it and all. And if you fall on the other side, you'll fall off the cliff. Now, that would be a disaster.
だからいいんだよ。
Huh?
よっと。
Isa adeptly jumps off the tree and lands in front of me. Used to be afraid of heights. What's with the change of heart?
私も成長したってことだよ。
Also, was that the barber day? about fucking time.
慣れてみるとさ、いろいろ見えてくるものがあったんだ。高所からの景色は四季の移り変わりが分かって、時の流れを直に感じられる。眼下の人たちを見て、どんな人生を送っているのか、送っていくのかを想像するのが楽しいんだ。そして一歩進んだら死んでしまうという生死の狭間にいるような感覚を味わえるから。
Isa? Can she stop constantly dropping shit like that?
スリルを楽しんでいるって言えばいいかな。結局さ、人間は生まれた時から死ぬことは決まっている。それが早いか遅いか、それだけって思えたら怖くなくなったんだ。
I understand the logic behind the words, but I'm not completely convinced. Yeah, because she's got a terminal illness! Listen, at some point, you're not being subtle about it anymore! Like, come on! I just have a hunch that's probably completely off base.
トシ君こそ何を悩んでいるの?
I'm just a little lost in thought. So, can you give me some advice?
いいよ。この幼馴染に任せなさい。
Find a bench to sit down. There's a story from a friend. If he tells the truth, he's gonna hurt that person. But if he doesn't tell the truth, that person won't be able to move forward. Or in his shoes, I wouldn't know which one I would choose.
その人はクリエイターなのかな?
Yes, I'm absolutely certain.
そっか。クリエイターならば、傷ついたとしても前に進むべきだよ。停滞しているクリエイターなんて、それはクリエイターとは呼べない。向上心もなく作品を生み出したところで、クリエイターではなくメーカーに陥ってしまう運命が待っている。結局クリエイターは傷ついて血ヘドを吐いて死にたくなって、そんな苦しみを自分に与え続けながら歩き続ける人種だよ。そのことはトシ君が一番わかっているはずじゃない?
Can't even answer. Nonetheless, an answer forms in my mind. But if I say something now, I feel like I'll never be able to take it back.
ねえ、トシ君はその人にクリエイターを続けてほしいの？というわけで2学期もこれで終わりだ。明日からは冬休みだが、羽目を外さないように。というのは、毎年言われているだろうから深くは掘り下げん。課題とともに無事に戻ってこい。良い冬休みを。以上だ。
Once she finishes, the class erupts into enthusiastic commotion.
シオンとユーマくんは今年も海外旅行に行くの？
ええ。今年は南半球でバカンスでもしようかなと。
とはいえ、僕たちは旅行先で仕事漬けなわけだけど。
ですわね。異国で執筆ができるだけ気分転換にはなりますから。
二人の予定はエースの作業中心の冬休みなのかな？
私も小説の方の執筆は終わったし。
それはおめでとうございます。無事完結したのですね。
ありがとう。なんだか肩の重荷が取れた気がするよ。
発売するのを楽しみにしているよ。どんな結末になるか気になっていたから。
Curious too, the ending might not be a typical Sakura Yasaka ending.
どうだろうね。それは発売してからのお楽しみってことで。
By the way, Yuma, if you're going abroad, does that mean you won't be able to spend Christmas with your girlfriend?
安心してくれ。すでに別れているから。現地で新しい彼女を探すさ。
宿に連れ込んだら本気で切れますわよ。
ユーマくんは変わらないな。で、シオンの方は仕事かな？うん。
何ですか今の間は。
綾瀬さんはどうなんだい？
私は家族と過ごすつもりだよ。
せっかくの青春ですのに灰色ですわね。
シオンにだけは言われたくないけど。
トシキは？
I have plans.
ほ
う？なんだ、新しい彼女でもできたのかい？
He just instantly feels murderous intent. What was that? Thought I felt an intense stare from behind me for a moment. No, I don't. I have some things to take care of.
用事ね。ま、僕は応援しているよ。
I'm telling you, it's not like that. We chatted some before wishing each other a happy new year and parting ways with the Shido siblings. But I liked that with Isa, but I guess she had other things to take care of, so I left first. So she left first. Most of my classmates have already left, so I decided it's best if I start to head out myself.
ちょっと。
Someone pulls the collar of my blazer, strangling me for a moment. Quickly turn over to see who's behind me. Huh, it's Kibizaka. Is it okay for us to talk at school?
別にいいわよ。今は誰もいないし。
Look around to see it's only Kiria and me in the classroom. Wouldn't it be dangerous for us to be alone here? So, what do you need? Kiria? Kerr?
やっぱり何でもないわ。じゃあね。
You know she was trying to invite him for Christmas. Huh? She swiftly rushes out of the classroom. What the heck was that? Somebody free the day after tomorrow?
特にないわ。AS のディレクターの仕事をしようと思っていたけど。
I have a favor to ask you.
何？
Please go on a date with me 2 days from now.
デート？トシキと私が？
You don't want to?
ダメってことはないけど。
Well, let's leave the house right after noon.
うん。
Good night then.
おやすみ。
I remain in my belief that I have zero reason to trust this game.
私、お風呂に入ってくる。
Alright, take your time.
どういうことなの？
What's going on, Irina says. I don't trust it.
としきか
An
らデート
invitation
の
from
誘い
Koushiki
っ
for a
て
date, Irina says.
それも
And it's Christmas
明
Eve
後日
2
は
days
クリス
from
マ
now,
スイブ
Irina says.
も
Could it
も
be
し
that
かして
Toshiki Irina
いや
says.
でもとし
No,
きの
this
こ
is
とだし
Toshiki I'm talking about.
勘
I
違
just
いか
may
も
be
しれないし
misunderstanding him, Irina says. What
どう
should
す
I
ればいいの
do? Irina says. No, there was no need to censor that, but I don't trust this game when it comes to Irina specifically. Christmas Eve arrives. They're on the train. She should not be naked. This is not that sort of visual novel. Koushiki and I make our way towards our date. However, it's dead silent between us. She looks out the train door and fidgets around restlessly. Man, it feels weird to have such short hair again. She's been much more withdrawn since I asked her out on the other day. If things continue like this, we won't be able to enjoy the date. I'd better break the ice. Senpai?
何ホテルはまだ早いと思う
I wasn't thinking of going. Did you already receive your college application results?
ああうんちゃんと合格してた
And you didn't bother telling me something that important.
そこまで大事なことなの
Seeing bewilderment brings a smile to my face. Some things really haven't changed since we met. You're such an intriguing, charming
どうし
person.
て笑うの
I'm just so grateful I get to be with you.
どういたしまして
Yes, and I hope you'll be my senpai forever.
私は私だけど
We talk as we head to our destination. After a few minutes of walking, we arrive at the aquarium. You buy 2 tickets and head inside.
はあ
No, mine does a better one. This one's better. 100% this one's better. Oh! Senpai is staring at the turtles swimming in the huge tank. Do you like turtles?
ウミガメは絶滅危惧種と聞いていたから今のうちに実物を眺めてみようと思って
Are you interested in seeing how strong they look when they swim or how big they get after a few years?
特にはそれよりこの種類のウミガメは海藻以外にもクラゲを食べると聞いていたからクラゲを食べている姿を見てみたい自分ほどの大きさの毒があるクラゲでも食べるらしい
Well, when you mention it, it makes me curious too.
そういうあまり見られない光景を見ることによってインスピレーションが湧くの
See, so that's how Colorless was born.
で姉さんが言ってた
Please give me back that brief moment of admiration I felt.
はあ
Unbelievable. Look at all those. Look at all those tuna! Schools of tuna are swimming on all directions in a huge tank in front of us. I've heard tuna are difficult to farm and it's extremely challenging to breed them. It is said that only 10% of tuna survive to adulthood. Those tuna, part of the 10%, are swimming gracefully right in front of me. Without admiration, thinking about the difficulties of raising something that was born in the wild.
うん
She's hungry. Senpai, what are you thinking? Maybe he's looking at them in a different way than an ordinary person would. Me and Erina Yukisaki has always been that kind of person.
美味しそう
Damn, that's certainly a different way of looking at him. I feel like that's the way a lot of people would look at him.
うん
That's a pretty grotesque creature, isn't it? I heard that they're called Ekiura. Did you know that, Senpai?
ううん初めて見た興味深い
Senpai says that and continues to look inside the tank as analyzing them. From my point of view, it's a creature that I normally wouldn't want to look at, but Senpai's looking at it intently. Taking interest in everything, that is the most basic and important rule for a writer. Yukisaki follows this mantra perfectly and still has what it takes to be colorless. I'm sure of it. What makes them so interesting to you?
男性器に形が似ているところ。
I take back all my admiration. It's a peanut! From the aquarium, we return to Tsukinomihama. We head to a very familiar restaurant to satiate our appetites.
いらっしゃいませ。あれ、トシ君に雪崎先輩。
Got space for two.
もちろん。席にご案内します。
We sit down once Isa leads us to our
じゃあ
table.
メニューが決まったら声をかけて。
Yeah, thank you.
綾瀬さん、家の手伝いもしているのね。
Follow Isa with my eyes and see her smiling at her parents in the kitchen. Remember she told me that she always had a good relationship with her parents and that they rarely argued. She helps them a lot. Well, I guess she helps them a lot when she's free. Come here a lot, so I'm practically used to seeing her here at this point.
結構来るんだ。
Wouldn't say I'm a frequent customer, but Kiria seems to be.
なるほど。綾瀬さんの服装、似合ってるわね。
Seems like it's the store's uniform.
可愛いと思う。
I think she looks good in it. For some reason I'm having trouble holding eye contact with Yukisaki.
どうしたの？修羅場みたいな雰囲気になってるけど。
It's not like that. The nice you're helping your parents on Christmas.
午後だけだよ。夜からはデートの予定がありますから。
Huh? Isa's going on a date. I haven't seen her around with a man recently. Hold up, it's not strange that a girl as beautiful as Isa has a boyfriend. It's a bit depressing, but I should celebrate this with her being her childhood friend and all. Well, wish you all the luck.
なんで結婚する幼馴染を見送るようなテンションになってるの？というかデート相手ってキリハだよ。
Hey, why did I feel relieved? Let's not think about that now.
なるほど。寂しい女同士でクリスマスを過ごすというやつね。
why, when it comes to those two, Irina always just goes from being like giga shy when it comes to her feelings towards Toshiki to, ah yes, I am the superior. I am the superior. Actually launched this off of the fucking thing off in the corner.
ものすごい直球でディスられた？
She sure did. Senpai may not have even considered it like that. Yukisaki and I ordered our meal. Pay the bill, but I'm stopped before we can leave.
トシ君。
What?
さ、頑張ってね。
Yeah, thank you.
メリークリスマス、トシ君。
Merry Christmas, Isa. I invite Senpai for a walk after lunch and we walk side by side on the beach. You know what? So what just happened?
そうね。もうトシキと出会ってから1年と半年以上も経っているんだもの。
You remember the first time we met?
ええ、覚えているわ。トシキが私にぶつかって読んでいた本を落としてしまったのよね。
No, another student bumped into you. I just happened to be there.
間違いは誰にでもあるわ。
I'll forgive you this time because it was so long ago. We then reminisce about the past, starting with the days when we first met. She gave me that advice to settle my unresolved feelings with Isa. When she found out that I wrote C&G and became interested in me, I learned that Senpai was colorless and our feelings collided. Then a misunderstanding that caused the distance between us to widen. Somehow we were able to reconcile and here we are now. I've changed a lot since I met you, Senpai.
そう？
First, at the very least, I feel like you're more expressive than before.
あまり自分では意識したことはないけど。
You've changed. Smiling a lot more nowadays.
多分それはトシキのおかげ。トシキと過ごしていろんなことを知れたから。他人を、自分を、そして新しい感情を。それこそ世界が広がっていくような経験だった。ありがとう、トシキ。あなたに出会えて本当に良かった。
Can't look her in the eyes as she says all that with an innocent smile on her face. Me too, I'm glad I met you, Senpai. Should start with a few words of gratitude, but I can't forget what I need to do here. Don't stop Toshiki Kagami, you have to keep moving forward for her sake. That's why I want to ask you something.
何？
Senpai, you already know why you can't write stories, don't you?
知らないわ。 急に浮かばなくなってしまったんだもの。
I already know the reason. Should have pretended not to notice. But at this rate, you'll never move forward again, senpai. That's why. I have no choice but to hurt you. Senpai.
いや、
I forgot the senpai.
聞きたくない。そんな答えなんて聞きたくない。
Senpai! I try to pursue her, but my feet get stuck in the sand and I fall. Immediately get up and chase after her. Shit. She boards the train that was just about to depart and I don't make it in time.
そんなのってないよ。としき、私はただそばにいたかっただけなのに。
あれ、雪崎先輩ですか？
綾瀬さん。
The meeting of lonely women on Christmas Eve has
月見坂さん
expanded
と
by
デー
one.
トの予定では。
その予定だったんですけど、仕事が長引いて遅れるって連絡が来たもので、
Has expanded and immediately been downsized again.
どこかでお茶でもしてようかと思っていたところに雪崎先輩の姿を見つけたので、
みっともない姿を見せてしまったわ。
全然私だって見せてないだけでみっともない人間ですから。それよりトシ君と何かあったんですか？
うん、
話ぐらいなら聞きますよ。
実は。
なるほど、それで逃げてきたというわけですか。
うん、
責めてるわけじゃないです。わかりますよ、先輩の気持ち。過去の私もそうでしたから。
綾瀬さんも。
ええ。ですから逃げた私から一つアドバイスを。逃げるのも立ち向かうのも最終的には雪崎先輩が決めなければダメだと思います。かつて自分は思いを伝えずに逃げました。あの時のことは今でも後悔してます。だから雪崎先輩には後悔してほしくないです。それが自分にとって悲しい結末だとしても、それを乗り越えてこそ次のチャンスが待っているのだから。あ私の個人的な意見ですけど。
次のチャンス。私行ってくる。
いいんですか？
うん、行かないと手に入らないのなら。
そうですか。お気をつけて。
ありがとう。恩に着る。
いえ、私の後悔を先輩で晴らしてほしいですから頑張ってください。
うん。メリークリスマス。
はい、メリークリスマス。
And a harpy New Year.
本当に私は後悔してばかりだな。
Regrets that won't be fucking resolved until literally the last one. We're waiting for you at the Christmas tree in front of Seijoji Station. What happened with her? She only just ran away from me, so why is she waiting for me now? Regardless, all my doubts will be cleared up once I talk to her. Let's let past this one people celebrating Christmas festivities and hurry towards the Christmas tree.
としき、ご
Senpai?
めん。逃げ出して。
I know how you feel. Ran away in the past town. Something funny.
ううん。似た者同士なんだなって思っただけ。でも、後押ししてもらったからには、私も頑張らないと。私、もう逃げないよ。としき、あなたのことが好き。
Okay, this is like too pretty of a CG to not use. There's probably gonna be a Tears version I'm gonna use instead, but I'm gonna take a screenshot already.
後輩としてとか、仲間としてとかじゃない。一人の男性として、私に寄り添ってくれて、支えてくれて、励ましてくれて。何よりも、あなたのまっすぐさが好き。私と、恋人同士になってほしい。
Aye. Mine is already made up, so why am I hesitating now? Yukisaki mustered up the courage to tell, despite knowing my answer. Maybe that's why she resonates in my heart so much. I want to meet the expectations of those trembling eyes before me. Nevertheless, I'm done playing the fool. I've dawdled for so long because I was deceiving myself. I was finally able to bring out her resolve from within. It would hurt me to cause her misery. This is my atonement, so that I'll welcome it with open arms. It's the atonement of a man who played the role of the typical dense protagonist for far too long. Sorry, can't get out with you. Huh? Contrary to my own expectations, she's smiling.
分かってた。だけど、自分から伝えられてよかった。それに、私の恋は終わったわけじゃない。チャンスはいくらだってあるのなら、諦めるつもりはないから。だから、覚悟してね。
Never mind, there's no tears version. Admit defeat, senpai. Surely you surpassed even my wildest expectations.
知ってるでしょ。それが、カラーレスだもの。今なら、最高の物語を書けそう。今までありがとう、トシキ。そして、
Just don't make it so good, Daddy.
これからもよろしく。
You know, just don't write one that's so good that he gets catapulted into another slump. I think that was the closed version that popped up for a second. 2630, 2630, 2630, 2630. 0, 26, 30. I hope and pray that it was the censored version. Actually, hold on. I can't just do this. Quick save. And then just jump to the line before. Censor. And then just wait a second. Never mind. She was clothed. We're fine. We're scot-free. That was my very mild heart attack there. Jesus Christ, more and more shit keeps piling up in here. Yeah, which I do kind of like. I do like that more and more shit is brought in here as they spend more and more time in here. I'm groaning at the laptop in front of me. Lamentably, I can't think of the right time for this scene.
うるさいわよ。本に集中できないじゃない。
そうだそうだ。この絶好調ゆめみ様の邪魔をするではない。
Sorry, my bad. At the moment, Yumemi and I are working on AS, and for some reason another person's here reading a script while watching us. It's crunch time for Yukisaki for the scenario she's writing for Innocent Arc, so she hasn't come in for the past few days. I'm so happy that she survived as a creator. The problem is that I don't know how to react the next time we meet.
雪崎エレナはわかるんだけど、今日もアイサは休み？
作業日なのに3日もサボりとか、アイサさんらしくないよね。
It was a very nice outfit, actually. And she hasn't even read my line messages. Any success for you, Kiria?
私も連絡したけど、梨のつぶてよ。査定の方も臨時休業中の張り紙があったし。
Oh, she's had another, Her terminal illness has spiked again and she's in hospital, so they temporarily closed, clearly. I'm worried. I'll send her a line message to give me a response, even if it's a single word.
心配だな。何か事故にでもあったんじゃ。
それなら親御さんから連絡が来るはずよ。
Sure, her mom and dad know she's working on this, so they'd probably contact us if something happened. The three of us spent quite a bit of time talking about Isa, but we couldn't come up with a reason for her lack of communication. We decided to stop for the day because it's getting late. I know your past. Could have seen your data. Something like that. First writing the scenario for my portion of AS's common route. It was ultimately a tragic love story, so... Huh? I suck! Haven't heard from her in 3 days. Where was she? What was she doing? Can you come to the front door? What the heck's going on? Better go down and check. Nice, I was worried when you suddenly ghosted us.
本当にごめん。少しいろいろあってさ。
Doesn't look like anything is wrong with her. I'm just glad she looks like this. She looks the same as before. I said, what was that suitcase? What's that suitcase for? Remember, she's holding a travel
ちょっ
suitcase.
と家出してきたんだ。
You ran away from home!
うん。だから、すごく申し訳ないんだけど、しばらくの間止めてもらえないかな。
Never mind, we do get a nicer portion. My theory is because if I stop here, I know everything would come to an end.
お邪魔します。
Decided to let ice inside due to the chilliness outside. Better find out why she ran away from home.
あれアイサさん、どうしたんですか？
ちょっと家出してきちゃった。
へえ、家出ですか。家出？
That works.
アイサさんが？
It's gonna take some getting used to it with like the stubble that's around here now. It's not like a tickle from like hairs, it's just itchy because, you know, fresh shave. Well, not shave. Proper, it's just trimmed. Yeah, her reaction's about expected. I said I fought with her parents, but now she's running away from home. Situation must be very serious. So, why did you run away from home?
うん。それはね、
アイサちゃん、来たのね。
ご無沙汰しています、ちなみさん。
Chinami Isa ran away from home and she wants to...
大丈夫。アイサちゃんのご両親から電話があって、事情は聞いているから。
Okay, tell us about the situation! Huh?
どういうこと？
急ですが、お世話になります、ちなみさん。
Tell us the situation!
いいのよ。気が済むまでこの家にいてね。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Situation seems to be settling itself quickly, which means that her parents agreed to this. So rather than running away, she's just staying with us for the time being. Sorry, I don't understand what's going on.
お兄ちゃんに同じく。アイサさんは家出してきたんだよね。
うん。ちょっと両親と喧嘩しちゃってね。
Why did you guys fight? Why did you guys fight for?
互いの主義主張がぶつかって譲らなかった結果かな。
That doesn't explain anything at all.
機会があったら話すよ。身内の恥ずかしい話だしね。
アイサさんがそう言うなら、ところでどこで寝るんです？離れに布団を持って行ってそこで寝るといいわ。暖房器具もあるし、隙間風が入らない作りになっているから。
何から何までありがとうございます、ちなみさん。
いいのよ。大人に頼るのは子供の特権なんだから。アイサちゃんはもっと肩の力を抜いても。
それはできません。私は最後までクリエイターで居続けたいですから。ありがとう。お布団を持ってきてくれて。
Can you actually see it? I personally don't. Maybe I'm just blind. It's all good. I mean, the futon's quite heavy.
さすが男の子だね。
Why do you only treat me like a man in these kinds of situations? So, you ghosted us because of the fight you had with your
うん。
parents.
そんな感じ。もしかしたら初めて両親と喧嘩したかもしれない。でも私にとって譲れないことだったから。
Isa said she would tell me at some point. If that's the case, I'll give her the space to tell me when she's ready. Feel like she should tell you right now she has exhibited quite problematic behavior thus far. Somewhat self-destructive even in certain ways. Listen. Either she is actively self-destructive or passively, which means she doesn't mean to do it, aka terminal illness. It's one or the other. Like when you're literally acting in ways that make me believe that you have a terminal fucking illness, something's wrong if you don't. I need some help. Well, everyone has things they can't compromise on.
特にクリエイターならね。
Exactly. Well, good night. I look forward to spending time together for a while.
おやすみ。こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
It's the day after Isa arrived at our house. Today is also the day Yukisaki's coming back, which might make things awkward.
私はトシキのことを諦めないから。
She grabs my hands and stares right at me.
で、なんなのあれは。
諦めないってことは何かお兄ちゃんに断られたんですかね。
私がトシキに告白して振られたの。
ですよね。
でも私はまだトシキのことが好き。いつか振り向いてくれるまで思い続けるの。
そう。あんたも物好きね。
なんだか私が照れてきた。
すごいな。じゃあ後でバレたら面倒なので今のうちにみんなに伝えておこうかな。私今絶賛家出中で昨日からなぎま家にお世話になってるんだ。
家出中ってどういうことよ。
両親といろいろありまして。
綾瀬さん、まさかあなたも。
大丈夫ですよ。私はこの離れで寝ていますから。どこかの誰かたちとは違って。
Shade.
何のことかしらね。
それなら安心。
でもそれなら私に連絡をしてくれたら止めてあげたのに。
結構長引きそうだし、キリハも仕事が忙しいのに他人がいると休まらないでしょ。
まあそうね。
だからちなみさんを頼ることにしたの。もちろん喧嘩はしているけど両親も止まっていることは知ってる。だから心配しないで。
納得しきれてはないけど、あんたがそう言うなら気にしないでおくわ。だけど一人じゃ解決できないことがあったら相談してちょうだい。
ありがとう。
Seems Kita is pretty open with us. At first it seemed like she didn't want to trust anyone but Hanasaki.
では気を取り直して AS の進捗確認をしていくわ。シナリオ組の進捗を教えてほしい。
I've already finished my part of the common right. I also received a couple of your corrections that I'm currently rewriting.
私はまだ共通ルートの方を執筆中です。終盤なので今年中には書き上げられるかと。
スケジュール通りね。ありがとう。原画の方は？
キャラデザとキービジュアルの作業は終わったので、絶賛イベント CG の作業中です。線画が OK なものから彩色しちゃってます。
こっちは本当に1ヶ月ぐらいスケジュールを前倒ししているから何も心配なし。
ふふふん。さすが私。
Can't believe a world-class procrastinator's following the schedule so well.
なんたって私はプロですから。はっはっは。
Not like I have much of comeback, even if she's being a smartass here. Creators who are timely and can maintain their quality are treated like gods in the industry.
で、声優の方は何もないわね。
知ってるわよ。収録の方は来年までないだろうし、気長に待っているわ。ただ仕事の関係もあるから収録スケジュールは早めに出してちょうだい。
肝に銘じておく。BGM や UI 関連もそろそろ発注するから発注書ができ次第シナリオライターにも確認してほしい。
Sounds good.
了解です。
では各自はそのまま自分の作業をお願い。
We all know how to continue working. One person, however, is reading a novel in preparation for an upcoming anime adaptation. Need to stop messing around
疲
with
れ
this.
た。休憩。
I raised my hand immediately after hearing that and realized how much time has passed since we started working.
いい時間だし休憩でも取ればいいんじゃない？
そうね。じゃあ30分ぐらい休憩しましょう。
Okay, I'll bring some drinks and snacks then. Isa, you should... The words Isa, you should rest too, get caught in my throat. He continues to intensely concentrate on writing as if she can't hear the outside world around her. Feels like she's completely immersed in her story and is hungrily awaiting something. Why? I've seen this very scene several times already. Why does my heart shrivel every time I say this? Isa, it's time to rest. Lightly tap a shoulder.
おトシ君
Are you okay?
何が
Nah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
おかしなトシ君
She gives a fittingly innocent smile, which is a complete contrast from her ghastly expression from earlier. I'm relieved to see the same old Isa.
あー書いた書いた
I'm also realizing that there is the option that, like, maybe not just the leg was injured, but like the arm as well. Either that, or maybe there's like a traumatic brain injury or something that is causing her to slowly but surely be fated to lose proper control of her hand she uses for writing. So she is just desperately trying to write as much as fucking possible right now, which is only making the symptoms like worse or something, and that's what the fight with the parents was about. I don't fucking know. I'm just spitballing.
やっぱり物語を書くのは楽しいね
Same. We're back to work after taking a break. However, I'm doing my best to keep ice out of my vision while I write. I don't know why, but I feel anxious every time I see her like that.
では今日の作業はここまでということでお疲れ様。
お疲れ様です
お疲れ様。
おつおつです。
Good job. What are all your plans for New Year's Eve?
私は特にないけど何かあるの
Well, I wanted to invite Almahoshi and spend New Year's Eve with the AS team.
私は仕事が入っているけど、夜からならいいわよ。
私はもともと AS の作業をする予定だったから大丈夫
私は冬コミの方で現地に行かないとだから、月見坂先輩と同じく夜から合流かな。というか、お兄ちゃんもじゃない？
Yeah, and Almahoshi will also be there. The three of us can go together.
私も問題ない。綾瀬さんと作業をしていると思う。
Alright, I'll be looking forward to hanging out with all of you on New Year's Eve. Thus, December 31st arrives.
はぁ、もうくたくた。
わかる。このままお風呂に入って寝たい気分。
Almahoshi, I get your perspective since we were working sales in the front, but you were just sitting in the back.
いやいやいや、あの場にいるだけで精神的に消耗するんだよ。隣のサークルさんと挨拶しないといけないし、自分のスペースだけカンコ鳥が鳴いていて、陰口を叩かれていないか心配だし、あと、純粋に本の内容が不評すぎて、ディスられてないか不安だし。
わかるわかる。先輩だって自分の書いた小説が目の前に売られていたら緊張しません？
I just said, maybe I would.
お兄ちゃんが納得してくれたというわけで、私はこのまま。
Alright, I hear you. They're probably already waiting for us, so let's head over
お兄
there.
ちゃんのお兄、悪魔、シスコーン。
That last one has nothing to do with us.
じゃあとしきくん家のことはよろしくね
Sure, leave it to me.
あれ、お姉ちゃんどこか行くの？
She already told us this morning. She's going to spend New Year's Eve with Hima and Erika.
ああ、そんなこと言ってたような。
ゆめみのこともよろしくね
Yeah, so make sure she doesn't follow strange people.
私、そんな子供じゃないよ。
After seeing her off, we head to the room in the back. We're back.
おかえりみんな見るからに疲れてそうだね
すごいわね。年末にあんな人混みに行けるなんて。
She's probably acting all pure because of Amahoshi being here. Knowing who she really is a bit disorienting every time I see this side of her.
何かしら鏡くん
Nope, not at all.
私がコミマに行ったら一瞬で息が詰まって窒息死する。
どんだけ人混みが嫌なんですか。
おー。
Oh yeah, Moshia, this is your first time here.
はい。ここが AS チームの作業場所なんですね。
Right, there was nothing here when we started, but before I knew it, this room just became packed.
いいじゃないですか。仲間がどんどん増えていく感じがして。私も他人が周りにいても作業できる人間だったらよかったんですけど、純粋に羨ましいです。
ふふん、いいでしょう。
What's that face for you, Mimi?
ところで年越しまで時間があるけど何かする？
何かゲームでもしません？全員でやれそうなの。いいと思う。
私も異議はないわ。
Six-man smash. Smash bros, you perverts. Speaking of... So, Pokemon wins in waves, huh? I first saw... The first time I saw anything for that was just me happening upon the starters and the name, and I just thought that, oh, is this another, like, Pokemon speculation bullshit thing that people are doing that are just gonna be fucking disappointed by? Because they didn't get what they wanted. And then I actually saw like the trailer on Twitter, and I just sat there like, oh, it's real. Anyway, so I talked to Morgan about it, and her only reaction is just like, this is all I have to say. And it's just a fucking picture of like the fucking sprite art of the fire starter with like duct tape on the front paws. Which, yes, that's fair. That is fair. We all know that if those paws separate from the ground, we're just gonna have another fucking firefighter. We don't want another firefighter. I mean, like, what fucking type combinations for fire are there just none of that they could try to go for, so we have something? See. There's fire normal, there's fire steel, there's fire water. There's fire electric, fire ice, fire poison, fire bug, fire ghost, fire fighting of course, fire ground, fire rock, fire grass, fire dragon, fire dark, which is also dog. Is there a fire fairy? I can't just, like... There we go. Let's see. Ghost, steel, psych. There's psychic as well. Ghost, ghost, poison, dragon. Fighting, dark, ground, electric, psychic, ice, ghost, bug, dragon, poison, rock, grass, dark, grass. There actually is no fire fairy. This could actually be a fire... They could actually make that dog like a fire fairy type. What other options would there be, though? Like, just make him fire normal to be boring. Like it does feel like it does look like a very energetic type dog. So maybe they go for like the dog you lose track of at the park once and they come back caked in mud because they found the one singular fucking puddle and just make it fire ground because of that. That is an option that they could go for. That's curious. What were the others again? Hold on. Oh, look, we had the fucking bird. That is probably just gonna be grass flying. The waters might turn into it's a gecko. It might turn into a poison water. Is there a poison water? Yeah. Yeah, Toxapex and Skrelp. And fucking Tentacle. I'm stupid. There's a lot of poison water, actually. I mean, it could still go for... Or they go for like because like those types of geckos, they use bioelectricity, like electric magnetism to stick to surfaces and make it a water electric. That's also an option, actually. Oh, well, this video is going to be posterity for my guesses. If someone wants to note those down and rub it in my face when I'm wrong, once everything has been released, all the information, go ahead. Anyways.
自分も OK です。
What game can we play with this many people?
あ、こないだお姉ちゃんが商店街の検証で当たったものがあったはず。
Do we have something like that?
うん。じゃあ、私持ってくるね。
Game of life that lets you marry other players. Ice and I had a baby.
トシ君、大事に育てていこうね。
Yeah.
私はもう少し子供が欲しいかな。
Well.
だから。
Ice.
いや、何やってるんですか、先輩た。
The game of life. Board game perfect for these types of events. Spinning the wheel determines the course of your life, and various events occur depending on which space you land on. Each square corresponds to a life event that happens, and the player objective is to reach the goal of their event. At the end of the game, when everyone reaches the finish line, the person with the most money wins.
何って、私とトシ君の子供が生まれたんだけど。
今の茶番は一体何？
ほら、子供が生まれるとみんなからお金をもらえるし、ゴールした時に子供が多いほどボーナスがもらえるから。
まあ、どんどん進めていきましょう。
Let's just move on. This is awkward.
次は私なので、ほいっと。グラビアアイドルとしての仕事は順風満帆。ひっきりなしに仕事が舞い込んでくる。ふん。世間は私の大人な魅力に気づいているようだね。
If it were China me, I'd get it, but you and me being a gravure idol.
私も成長しますから、将来はお姉ちゃんみたいになりますから。
では、次は私。仕事は順調だったが、片思いの相手が結婚したことにより、叫びたりになり職を失う。
This is Can you please stop glaring at me silently like that?
所詮はゲームです。何も気にする必要はありませんよ、雪崎先輩。私の番ですね。えい。悪い男に騙されお金を貢ぎまくる。1000万円失う。ちょっと待って、私への印象を今すぐ書き換えてちょうだい。 私これでも男を見る目はありますから。
まあそうだね。
何その反応は。私が間違っているの？
まあ、次は、夢破れてフリーターへ。貯蓄を使い切ったため一文なしに。持っているお金をすべて失う。
What kind of fucking garbage is that? I like playing a game of life with the family once in a while. I do believe not a singular space like this would exist in a reasonable board game. This is just a game. You don't have to worry about this. Yeah, trust me. I'm next, right? Let's spin this thing. You have an affair with the player to your left. Your partner finds out and you have to pay them 30 million yen.
お兄ちゃんの左隣は、
行崎エレナ。先輩。
トシキの本命は私だったかしら。
トシ君、子供もいるのにひどいよ。
This is a game, it's not real! The New Year's celebration continues. We eat New Year's noodles and head to a shrine for the first yearly visit.
お疲れ様。今年もよろしく。
またね、トシキ。
Yeah, see you later. I see Kiri and Yukisaki off as they head off. They keep their distance from each other despite going in the same direction. I suppose they aren't really that close.
私も帰ります。今度は学園で。
Yeah, don't catch a cold.
先輩は引かないからいいですよね。
Hey, what does that mean?
冗談です。ではでは。私は寝る。おやすみ。
Yeah, good night. Don't fall asleep before you get to your bed, to your room. I mean, don't fall asleep until you get to your bed as well. Like, it'd still be a problem if you like enter through the door to your room, close it, and just pass out on the spot. Only I and I are left.
みんなで年越しできてよかったね。
Yeah, up next year, Shion and Yuma can join us.
だね。
What's wrong? You miss those two that much?
まあそんなところかな。
We can spend so much time together in the future, even if we go to college, even if we become
大
adults.
人になってもか。
Isa then looks up the sky with an unreadable expression. Nonetheless, the skies above won't provide us with any answers, rather than urging us to find the answer for ourselves. Isa, I'm looking forward to working with you this year.
何いきなり。さっき言ったよ。
Said that as a friend before. Now I'm telling you as my rival.
何それ。意味わかんないよ。でも、そうだね。うん。今年もよろしく。私のライバル。
Like heroines are the best. Slept in till noon, so now I can't sleep. As a result, I'm playing a Galaga that I bought the other day. Kinda kind to everyone, pure, elegant. Yep, that's the kind of heroine I absolutely adore. You met me?
残念。妹ではなく、幼馴染です。
So what are you doing here this night?
お昼過ぎまで眠ってたから、なかなか眠れなくて。トシ君もでしょ？
Yeah, so I'm playing a Galaga now. Haven't had the chance to do this in a while.
物書きとしてインプットするため？
I just wanted to flirt with the heroines. Can you please not react like that?
私からすると、二次元の女の子とイチャイチャするって意味わからないし。
You study the otaku culture and you still can't understand that?
男性にとって都合の良い女の子と恋愛ごっこをして、現実から逃避して癒されたいっていう気持ちはわかるよ。
But you literally just turned down an actual smoke show. Hey, that's just blatant discrimination.
冗談だよ。昔はそう思ってたけど。とはいえ、目の前でやられるとちょっと距離を取りたくなるけど。
That better be a joke too.
さてどうでしょう。なんだか懐かしいね。以前もこんな風にギャルゲーについて話してたっけ？
Yeah, definitely. Not my wildest dreams would have thought I would end up making a game with you.
私だってそうだよ。こんなにも一緒にいられるなんて思ってなかった。
As I continue speaking before I had the chance to interrupt and ask what you mean.
ねえ、トシ君は将来の夢ってあるの？
Well, I want to be able to make a living from writing, whether I'm a scriptwriter or a novelist. I want to write plenty of stories and create stories that rival Yukisaki, colorless. How about you, Aisa?
私はどうだろう。以前まではトシ君と同じように物書きとして生きたいと思っていた。でも最近はわからなくなっちゃった。クリエイターでいたいのか、一人の女の子としていたいのか。
Something happened.
うん、いろいろあったんだよ。本当にいろいろね。今回の家出もその件でいろいろあってさ。そうだ、そろそろトシ君には話しておこうかな。
Are you sure?
いつか話すって約束したしね。結論から話すと、両親にクリエイターとして生きることをやめてほしいって言われたんだ。
So they want you to quit being a creator.
やめるまではいかないけど、クリエイターとして命を燃やすことをやめてほしいって。私は一人っ子だし、今まで結構無理してたから、体調も崩しやすくなっているのが心配なんだって。
Are you sick?
そんな深刻なものじゃないよ。私、集中しちゃうと周りが見えなくなっちゃって、結構精神の消耗が激しくてさ。よくそれで立ちくらみとか頭痛とか起きちゃうんだよね。
Oh, she has a tumor.
だからお母さんやお父さんの言っていることもわかる。だけど私は立ち止まりたくない。立ち止まったらそこで何もかも終わってしまいそうだから。
And that's the reason for your fight.
どうしても譲れなくてさ。
I used to think there's no need to, like, stop being a creator. Just learn to contain yourself. Understand where her parents are coming from. Would also worry if my daughter were sick all the time because of creative work. But I've never directly seen her have these symptoms, as I've been trying to hide it.
ごめんね。なんだか愚痴っぽくなっちゃって。
No worries. If talking to me makes you feel a little better, I don't have a problem.
ありがとう。私そろそろ戻るね。さすがに体内時計を戻しておかないと後々から怖いし。
Yeah, got a good night's rest.
うん。トシ君も二次元の女の子ばっかり追いかけてないように。
3D girls are too much of a handful for me. I like this better.
これだからオタクは。
It's a few days after the start of the new year. The AS team meets to get some work done, however.
アキは自分の心を守ろうとして新一郎の前から去ったんだって。
No, Aki left because she didn't want Shinichiro to forget about her.
どうすれば。
Ice and I glare at each other. How did we get here? It all started a while ago. Yukisaki and I were reading the end of Ice's part of the common route. Isa writes very well. She has detailed description of the characters and her gestures, so there's nothing to complain about there. Above all else, despite being a novelist, Isa has adapted very well to being a writer for a game. Although she only learned to write game scripts in class, the fact that she managed to reach this level of quality speaks to Sakura Ayasaka's talent.
いいシナリオだと思う。ただ、
Isa?
トシ君も読み終わったの？
Yeah, I have some questions. Mainly about the feelings of the main hero in Aki. The end of the common route in AS. Aki submits a resignation letter to the agency and tries to leave Shinichiro. He's desperate to know her reason, but Aki refuses to talk. After an argument, Aki reveals to Shinichiro that she has AS. Moreover, Aki could sense that she was developing feelings for Shinichiro. However, she's aware that if Shinichiro develops feelings for her, the memories of their time together will disappear. Aki thinks that if they are not meant to be together, she should leave before her feelings deepen for Shinichiro. Nevertheless, Shinichiro manages to get Aki to retract her resignation letter. Yet Aki falls in love with Shinichiro at that moment and loses her memories. That's the gist of it, but I'm not comfortable with her sensing her growing feelings for Shinichiro, because she would already have fallen for him by that point. The main reason is that Aki can't bear the thought she'll be forgotten one day when Shinichiro develops feelings for someone else. Wouldn't it be more natural for Aki to try to get away from Shinichiro because of that?
私からすると、この時点でアキが新一郎に恋愛感情に近いものを抱いているという認識かな。ここまでの流れでアキが新一郎に惹かれるような描写はいくつもあった。それでもなお恋愛感情の一歩手前にもなっていないのはそれこそ自然じゃないのでは？
You say romantic, but I think it's accurate to call it friendship. The two didn't get along at first, but they got a lot closer because of their work. But only as companions, buddies. They might have feelings for each other, but wouldn't it be more natural to acknowledge those feelings after settling the whole matter?
私は納得できない。それこそ急に恋愛感情が生まれたような印象をユーザーに与える可能性があるし。
We can show those feelings in other ways before this, but as it is, the argument is lacking any drama. We talk in circles about the interpretation of Aki's feelings.
ねえ、お兄ちゃん。
What, little sister?
私はイラストレーターだからわからないけど、これってそんなに大事なことなの？
Yeah, this will affect the story going forward. Besides, we have to decide if we're going to make this point where the point where the heroine's feelings develop or not. If we leave it as vague, it's going to affect the story later.
でも、ここまで拉致が開かないってなると、最後は。
Yeah, you're right. Listen to the director's opinion.
私？
The director is the one who makes the final decisions, so I'd like to hear what you think, senpai.
ふむ。私は、としきも綾瀬さんの言い分も正解だと思ってる。だけど、綾瀬さんの主張はどこか無理筋な気がする。
でも、プロットはちゃんと通っていて。
あくまでもプロットは設計図であり、その設計図を支える骨組みはシナリオよ。その骨組みが、どこか無理やり積み重ねているように思えた。
でも、
一旦冷静になって。今のあなたは、何かに焦っているように見える。
わかりました。
落ち着いたら、私を納得させるように調整してほしい。もし、それでも成り立たないのなら、ディレクターとして、展開そのものを変える判断をしなければならない。自分の力では思いつかない場合、他の人の意見も聞いてみればいい。これは知り合いの受け売りだけど。
I can see that Isa is not satisfied one bit with this conversation. Just can't shake the feeling that this isn't normal for Isa. It's probably a mixture of her being essentially like a solo writer for the first time working on a fucking story with someone else, so she has to like compromise her vision with the second person. And just frustration with her parents. Just building up. Just my guess again, though. I don't know why I keep throwing out the just my guess, just my guess.
私に相談しに来たと。
Like, people know at this point that I will throw out outlandish theories at the drop of a hat for the fuck of it, just because it's funny. And sometimes I do genuinely feel like that is where that is going, and I'm just a dumbass most of the time. But hey, sometimes I have the case of fucking Koike no Otome, where I casually predict the entire story of a fucking route because of one comment. Rips.
そんな感じ。
ただでさえ仕事が忙しいのに、明日までにシナリオ読んできてって連絡が来た時は、どんな無茶ぶりよって思ったわ。
そう言いながら、今日までにシナリオを読んでくれるあたり、キリハは優しいよね。
私が無関係の作品だったら、ここまでしてないわよ。
で、どう？
そうね。よくできていると思う。登場人物も魅力的に書かれているし、ストーリーも二転三転してて面白い。でも、私はアイサが執筆した作品を全て読んだ。今回の作品を演じる上で、シナリオライターの意図を感覚でも感じ取りたかったから、それを読んだ 一役者として話をさせてもらうと、
私は普通に面白いと思うんだけどな。お兄ちゃんは何か違うって感じてるんだっけ？
Yeah, it's just that I feel Isa wouldn't normally write this sort of story. It's like her style had changed out of nowhere.
考えすぎじゃない？これをプレイするユーザーはプロの物書きじゃなく、私みたいな頭空っぽな人もいるんだからさ。正直シナリオの機微なんてわからないよ。
I'm sure some people will understand them.
それでもアイサさんを納得させるのなら、お兄ちゃんが自分で書かなくちゃダメなんじゃない？ほら、百聞は一目にしかずって言うし。
Seeing is believing. But I would be picking a fight with Isa directly then.
そうなの？
As an illustrator, imagine if you took a design from Mamahoshi, told her it looked weird, redrew it yourself and submitted that.
確かにめちゃくちゃ喧嘩売ってるね。でもお兄ちゃんはそれでもやるんでしょ？
Oh, absolutely, we're throwing down. What makes you think that?
ここで傍観を選ぶほど私のお兄ちゃんは人間ができてないと思うので。
Is it a compliment?
褒めてるよ。クリエイターとしてはね。
Are people that write stories fucking aliens now? A very, very bad joke just came to mind. Oh no. I'ma just say that the joke was not the space kind of aliens related. So I'ma just shut the fuck up. Listen, even I will accept when a joke that comes to mind is a bit too yikes. I'll take a seat at my desk and reflect on what I talked about with you, Mimi. Rejecting Isa's script and instead writing a script that personally satisfies me, simply making adjustments to various scenes. Adjusting the foreshadowing from the beginning won't solve the fundamental problem. If that's the case, then...
Hmm. ダメ。
そうですか。
The script has improved, despite having the entire winter break to work on it. She made quite a few small adjustments and presented it to Yukisaki time after time, but she rejected Isa once again.
このままじゃいけないのに。
I understand how she feels. As a creator, I would be just as frustrated if I were in her situation. However, this isn't the time for sympathy. It is the game for the game itself and for extracting Isa's true intentions. Need to do something. Senpai, I rewrote Isa's section. Please check it out.
それはいいけど。
どういうこと？トシ君。
Seeing is believing. I want you to read it too, Isa.
わかった。
私も読んでみていい？
それなら私も。
Sure, read it and tell me what you think. That's the finish. They finished reading my
こ
script.
れは
めちゃくちゃ展開が変わってるんだけど。
でも間違いなく前よりも面白くなってる。これならディレクターとしても通せる。
This is how my version went. I changed the premise and even the end of the common route. In my version, when Aki submits a resignation to the agency, she already has developed romantic feelings for Shinichiro and has lost her memory. Thus, we reveal Aki's amnesia ending the common route.
確かにトシ君の書いたシナリオは面白くて矛盾点もないです。だけどこれを許してしまったら今ある秋ルートのプロットは全てやり直しになります。つまりスケジュールも厳しいものとなってしまう。
Isa's right. A complete overhaul will throw our schedule for a
その
loop.
責任は私が取る。なんならプロットも私が書いてもいい。
どうしてそこまで？
こっちの方が面白いから。ここまで具体的に面白いと思える内容を出されたら クリエイターとして納得するしかない。いつもの綾瀬さんならそう言うと思ったけど。
私はわかりません。
I suck! She sprints out of the room immediately after saying that. I think about chasing her, but my feet won't budge. Wouldn't it be counterproductive? The person who caused all this chased after her. Wouldn't it be like adding fuel to the fire? Ow! Someone kicks me in the ass, turning around to see a pissed off Kyo.
何をうじうじ悩んでいるのよ。早く言ってあげなさい。
そうそう。こういうのはお兄ちゃんの役目でしょ。
任せた。
I can only smile in response. There's no need to overthink this. As the cause of all this, I should be the one to take responsibility and resolve this. I'll be back. I don't know why I suddenly had this thought. Like, before Ayasa starts running, Toshiki in another world, already ready to chase after, just already starts getting down for a sprinting start. The others are like confused, and she starts running. He's immediately after, like, oh, he was ready. He was ready. I dash out of the room as well. I don't see Isa, but I have faith I'll find her. She must be there. Tree! You know what? Found you. Glad Isa was sitting on her favorite
まあ
tree.
君にはバレちゃうよね。
That Isa jumps out of the tree and lands on the ground.
ごめんね。嫌な感じで出て行って。
Don't worry. If anything, I should be one to blame. But you seem all chill now.
さすがに頭は冷えたからね。私らしくなかったよね。
Exactly. My felt some was off.
私はさ、認めたくなかったんだ。アキがもう新一郎のことを好きになっていたって。認めたら自分が自分じゃなくなってしまうから。
Well, same goes for Aki. She would lose her memories after all.
そうだね。本当に私らしくなかったよ。
Isa?
ありがとう。トシ君がいてくれたからこそ中途半端な物語にならずに済んだ。やっと自分の素直な気持ちに向き直る決意ができた。これからも大変だろうけど頑張ってね。
I'll hold you to that, Isa.
そうだね。
Did you finally stop
星綺麗だ
being full
な。
of bullshit about, like, her crush being in the past? It's a few days after I reconcile with Isa, and I'm out at night. We vigorously rode for the whole day, so we're now cooling off our heads. When I first came here, I used to stare up at the stars so much, but somewhere along the way, I just stopped looking up at them.
私は今でもよく見上げるよ。知ってる？空を見上げる時っていうのは疲れている時や救われたいって思っている時なんだって。
I'd just say that I used to look up at the sky a lot when I was in my slump. It really does have some weight to it. Anyways, we did good work today. I just need to review the script we wrote.
トシ君もお疲れ様。ちなみに私、今回は自信があるよ。
That's good to hear. The story will always suffer when the writer isn't confident in their story.
それは間違いないね。とはいえ、自信があってもダ作になる可能性もあるけど。
We shared more laughs, taking our time strolling through the night-themed cityscape.
私さ、そろそろ家に戻ろうと思うんだ。
Settled everything with the family.
うん。いろいろと整理がついたから。
That's good. Parents will be relieved.
そうなるには、あと一つ解決しなければいけないことがあるんだけどね。
And what is that?
まあね。それはこれから話すことに関わってくるかも。
Huh?
話は変わるんだけどさ、トシ君、気になってる女の子はいないの？
Why are you asking me that out of the blue?
いいから答えてよ。
Well, someone did come to mind when she initially asked. However, it would be extremely mortifying to say it aloud to Isa.
その反応はいるんだね。
I'm not gonna tell you.
別にいいよ。誰であろうと気になる子がいるなら安心した。ほら、男の子って初恋を引きずりやすいって言うし。
Isn't that the same for girls too?
女の子はどんどん恋を上書き保存していくものだからな。
That's a big surprise. The lack of people or cars on the street is likely due to how late it is. Let's take advantage of that emptiness we walk to the middle of the road.
ああ、私たち不良になっちゃったね。
I think it's a little insulting to actual delinquents if we call ourselves delinquents because of this. fucking Ray. Fucking Rain off to the side. How fucking dare you! You fucking half-ass piece of shit! She does not have the right to say that, considering that she is running an organization, not a gang.
じゃあどんなことをすれば本物の不良になれるの？
Smash all the windows at school with a baseball bat?
それはもはや犯罪だから。
I'm just joking. So what do you want to do? Go home?
ちょっと海を見てたいし、何度も通っている道だけど、明日になれば全く違うんだよね。この瞬間、トシ君と見ている景色は一生に一度しかない。いつかまた、こうやって深夜に二人で歩いてみたい。
You do whatever you want. Being an adult gives you that freedom.
トシ君はさ、創作の神様に命を捧げられる？
What do you mean?
そのままの意味だよ。作品を完成させるためならば、命を削ってでも描き続けられるかってこと。
Well, take a moment to think about it and quickly come to a conclusion. I'm sure it'd offer my life up. I'm a creator after all.
そっか。トシ君ならそう答えてくれるよね。
As it gives me a heartwarming
安心
smile.
した。これなら私も悔いなく話せるよ。
Nice then.
私、2年生が終わったら海外留学をしようと思ってる。
Wait. Nice, that's studying abroad. I'll have the AS. We're just transferring schools. Almost immediately, so many thoughts bounce around in my head.
すでに学園側に話を通してて、私自身も行きたいと思っている。
This is so funny because, like, during the quote-unquote Erina chapter with the writing competition and when they went down together, I ended up not choosing one of the Erina CGs and instead used, like, the CG of Kagami and Isa just high-fiving. I could be extremely rude and dupe Erina out of another CG from her, like, the climax of her part of the story by just making this CG the thumbnail instead, which would also fit the number better. Am I going to be that rude? Nah, I won't. I won't be.
でも来年もみんなと一緒にいたいという気持ちもある。ゲームの完成までこの街で過ごしたい気持ちもある。正直迷ってる。
Why'd you want to go to study abroad?
すぐりさんからね、弟子にならないかってずっと誘われてたんだ。
Suguri Tengenji. Remember I used to talk to her. She was some world famous romance novelist.
多忙の身だったんだけど、来年の4月からは1年間執筆せず、次回作の構想を練る期間にするんだって。で、その間に私を弟子にして鍛えたいって。可能であれば自分の後継者にしたいって伝えられた。
And she told you to go to her home country.
うん。フランスのパリだって。芸術の都だよ。すごいよね。この2年間、自分の知らない世界を見て、触れて、体験してみて、一人のクリエイターとしてもっと世界を知りたくなった。そして何よりもトシ君、キリハ、ゆめみちゃん、ユキサキ先輩などのクリエイターたちを見て、私も負けてられないなって思えた。
Did you already talk Kiri and Shion?
まだだよ。同級生ではトシ君が初めて。キリハやシオンよりもトシ君へ先に話すべきだと思ったから、私の永遠のライバルである。トシ君は私にどうしてほしい？
Aye. Should respond as a friend or as a fellow creator? Sorry, don't have an answer yet. I'll give you an answer.
うん待ってる
With that, Isa starts acting quickly. She can act quickly all she wants because I'm ending the party. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This ending. Bye. I might actually just like go on Sousaku binge until we finally are done with the common routes, since like the two main routes I wanted to do in Wagamama are done. So I can kind of like just push that to the back a little. I'm still gonna finish that before I finish Sousaku 100%. I just, you know, want to at least get to the end of Common for this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye.